What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 of This Week in a Nutshell, my relatively new live show here on the channel, going over everything news related and movie related in terms of, like Hollywood and just all sorts of discussions. In terms of that stuff, we got my buddy Cam with me today because we're going to be talking about one of his favorite movies of the year, being Fantastic Four: The First Steps. So that'll be a little bit later in the stream. But for today, we have a ton of stuff to talk about. I don't know why I closed out of my note tab. But this past weekend was SDCC, so we have some stuff from there that we were going to talk about, as well as a couple of trailers, a couple of I guess production details in terms of certain movies, different castings, and just other stuff like that. So first thing on the agenda, we're going to be talking about, let me pull it up. Last week, me and Gavin were talking about the Avatar Fire and Ash the poster, and we got the trailer. So let me present my screen here. Okay, so we got our first official trailer in front of Fantastic Four, and then it just dropped online today, and I really liked it. I think it might be the best of the three, honestly. Have you seen the other two movies?
I have not. So all I was really going off of was the vibe and like the visuals. Right. And I mean, the visuals are astounding. I have no idea what's going on in terms of story or anything. I know that there's like this new fire tribe of Na'vi, and that's really all I understand from it. But overall, I think it's a very well edited trailer. I love the backing track of it. Editing's good, and of course the visuals are the highlight of it all.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Honestly, it's just another, showcase of what James Cameron can do behind the camera. Looks excellent, sounds excellent. The main story just sounds honestly like the best of the three so far, and it's actually the first of the three movies that are doing like a tribe versus tribe story. So I'm really interested, just in terms of that.
Yeah.
So I think it might be honestly the best of the trilogy so far, and I know we're getting 4 down the pipeline soon, and then I think by the time I graduate college is when the 5th movie's coming out.
Yeah, so, I think you're right about that.
Yeah, so that's gonna be insane. That trailer was amazing. Amen, dude. Amen, Michael. Yeah. Next up, let me see what we got. So we have the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer. So I know you were a pretty big fan of the original. I was too.
I've gotten lesser on it over the years, but opening night in a packed house for this movie finally coming out, it was a great experience, and there's still a lot that I do like about that original film.
Right, yeah. I honestly can kind of agree, like technically speaking on a critical standpoint. It's not a great movie, but man, it's fun. Like, even though it just came out like 2 years ago and I was like 15 when it came out, 16 when it came out, it was just so much fun. It's just,
like the script is pretty rough at points, especially in the third act, but I think the performances are pretty solid all around, and the Jim Henson Creature Shop, what they were able to do with the animatronics and translating them perfectly, and then the overall set design, that alone makes the movie such a blast to watch.
Oh, 100% agree. Yeah. Oh, I did not want to play that just for copyright sakes, but yeah, we have the stills, and I can probably just mute it and play it here. But honestly, I think this trailer looks really damn good.
Me too.
Once again, I'm with you though. The Jim Henson shop, cooking with the designs. We can go to the specific still here. Oh yeah, right there. You had Balloon Boy. You have the toys. What else do we got? We have the shot with Withered Bonnie that got showed off, and that was insane.
Yeah.
The mask. I love that they're utilizing the mask. That is
They're doing such a good job with using the ideas of FNAF 2, which the game being a prequel, and making that a sequel story.
Yeah, and right there, yeah, they booked with that, and then Withered Chica was just back there as well.
Yeah,
there was a shot there with Mangle as well. They cooked with the designs, and honestly, just like I was saying though, with like the first one, I had been following that for years, so like just seeing that on the big screen was awesome. And then I didn't even see it in theaters now I'm thinking about it, but still seeing that movie even made was just awesome. And then seeing this now, great. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I think the trailer looks really good. I really like the story they're going with, and I think while I love spending a good amount of time in the pizzeria, which I think we will be, I think having the story of the first movie turned into like an urban legend with Fast Fest going on, and the animatronics breaking free from the restaurant and going on a carnage, and even going to like Mike's house. And there's a lot of like home invasion and like slasher vibes with this one. And I'm really excited to see Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich in a movie together again after Scream.
That casting announcement was so hype, man.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited for this movie. It's a shame it's probably going to get like its ass kicked at the box office because Avatar comes out like 2 weeks after. But I can't wait for this.
To be fair, the original didn't even have the best legs, so like, it's probably going to be the same thing. But
exactly,
weekend, it's probably going to do great. I don't think they really even jumped the budget for this one too high. So
I think they kept it around the same.
Yeah, considering the first one was only 20 million, which not too bad, honestly. It's probably going to make back its budget pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So next up, I know this is one we are both looking forward to. We have Peacemaker Season 2. We got the official poster and the official trailer for it at Comic-Con. I was kind of bummed the fact that we didn't really get a whole lot in terms of DC at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But you know what? This was enough, honestly. Let me remove that and present a new one. A new tab. Here we go. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. All right. So yeah, we got the official poster and the trailer for Peacemaker Season 2. And yeah, this was really the only thing we really got out of DC in terms of Comic-Con, which, to be fair, the trailer looks great.
Yeah.
The poster looks great. It looks like we're coming back to that that old feel from Season 1, which I love Season 1. I think if you're looking at it, it makes sense that they're moving Peacemaker into the new DCU because, like, with the way the Season 1 ends up going, no spoilers if you haven't seen it, but by the end of it, they kind of fucked themselves over because pretty much everyone everyone in the world at this point is basically this bug creature.
Yeah.
So it's just like kind of makes sense that you're going over to, I meant to say spoiler alert, not no spoilers. My bad. Very, very much spoiler. But yeah, this trailer, I think it looked really good. We were talking about it. I think we were talking about it one night. We were playing Fortnite together. So we pretty much like traded each other's thoughts. But yeah. What
I think the action though that we were able to see, and I like the action a lot in Season 1, but you can see a lot of the like Superman style action get translated over, and even with how it's shot to Peacemaker. Which was very, very cool. And I love the multiverse plot that they're doing. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I love that they're doing a new intro. Like, they had a whole bit of the panel that they were doing where James Gunn came out and was talking about having like what song is going to be the intro song for Peacemaker Season 2. And I'm pretty sure he showed it to the crowd, but we didn't see it. So, it's probably going to make the song, or whatever song it is, iconic if it isn't already iconic. So I'm looking forward to it. The intro is like the best part of the entire show. So which is crazy to say because it's already a great show.
Mhm.
Okay, then this is one that I'm really looking forward to.
Me too. Yeah.
Evil Dead Burn. We
Mhm.
got the official announcement that they've started filming. I don't know if these are official posters, but these look fucking sick.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any official ones yet. I think we just have that, but
That
the
logo.
posters are sick,
Yeah.
official or not.
So if I remember right, this is the one that is being directed by the French filmmaker, right? Or is this the Last Stop in Yuma County guy?
I want to say the Last Stop in Yuma County guy. I don't think it's the same director as Rise.
Yeah, it's. I don't think. Yeah, Lee Cronin isn't attached to this one. Okay, so yeah, this one is the guy who did what is it called? Infested from 2023. So that's the spider movie. So I think there was that one that they're doing, and then they did another movie that they're putting into production soon from the guy who did Last Stop in Yuma County, which I'm also really excited for. You put the name Evil Dead in anything, I'm excited for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like my favorite horror franchise. So.
Yeah. I mean, and Evil Dead Rise was really, really good. So I'm just very excited to see what they're cooking up with Burn.
Amen. We don't really have a whole lot of, plot details, but this picture alone, honestly, like them doing it black and white and then showing that they're filming it, that's just sick to me.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying this so far, honestly. Okay, then on the other side of the spectrum, we have a non-horror project that finished filming. We have Lanterns that finished filming. Not the actual Lantern. Okay. There we go. So Lanterns, this is actually like the only promotional shit that we've gotten. Shot right here, which is weird considering that they've just finished filming. We don't have like a poster, we don't have a teaser trailer or anything like that. Kind of crazy, but
they're DC doing a good job at, because there was only like one set leak from like Supergirl as well. So
yeah, they're really good at concealing their shit, which I'm happy about for sure. So this is probably my most anticipated DC project for probably next year. I don't that and Clayface. I'm really looking.
I think Clayface just because we love horror, I think is going to be really cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. So this one, I mean, I love the characters of the Green Lanterns. I know Gavin, who was on last week, his brother also loves Green Lanterns. So this is going to be sick. And honestly, my favorite character, besides like Mr. Terrific in Superman, was Guy Gardner. So if we're going to keep doing that kind of stuff, I know that they've already said Guy Gardner is going to be in the show. So that's going to be great.
And I've heard from insiders the show be described as True Detective meets Men in Black. So that sounds very sick for a Green Lantern show.
Yeah. True Detective season 1 is like one of my favorite things ever. So right there, that already has me hyped. And also, I do know that Nathan Fillion was talking about like just the first day of filming, he dropped more F-bombs than like in his entire, filmmaking life. So that was funny to see. And also just goes to show, I guess, that they're going like full hard R with this one.
I am curious though to see how Hal and John's suits look compared to, because obviously Guy has the corporate look that matches with like Terrific and Pop Girl. I'm really curious to see how their suits are going to look, and I hope we do get, because obviously it's a very grounded story, but I still hope we get some of that cosmic goodness that the Green Lantern stuff is known for. But I think we will, because like I think Sinestro was also casted for the show. So
I'd love to see them go to like the different planets like Red Lanterns and shit like that. I think I've said it before, but I'd love to see at one point if they end up doing Red Lantern and Supergirl. That'd be really cool, because they've talked about she's gone to red sun planets. What if she gets drunk on a Red Lantern planet and accidentally becomes a Red Lantern? That would be kind of fun. Michael says he's not big on Five Nights at Freddy's. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Got to watch the trailer for Watch the Skies. I just saw you sent that in our group chat. I will watch that once we get off of here. It looks cool from what you guys have been talking about it. Spielberg style. Yeah, I'll check it out. We got Drew in here. What is
Hey,
up,
what's up,
dude?
man?
And Luke, the MVP. What's up,
What's
man?
up, Luke?
Okay, so next up, this was one that kind of came out of nowhere for me, at least. I know earlier this year, they were talking about, with Shrek 5. I think the teaser dropped, I think, this year, right?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Yeah, so that was a big topic of discussion. And now Eddie Murphy officially confirmed that they're making a Donkey movie. So maybe this is a step in the right direction. I don't really know. It depends really on whether or not Shrek 5 is good. That if we're gonna get a Donkey movie. I think from what he described it as, I saw they were doing like centered just on Donkey and the dragon, like in between, what was going on with Shrek 2 and them having kids, which is the weirdest shit to think about. But
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. The teaser for Shrek 5, I think everyone said it at this point. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look great.
Yeah, I think it's odd because no one's used to seeing the Shrek models in like high quality like that. So everyone was like really shocked by it. Because like technically on an animation standpoint, it's not bad animation. It just feels so weird for Shrek.
Yeah, it's just jarring. Yeah. And honestly, I think if they end up like still going with like the old man donkey route, which looked a little weird still, but I think it would be kind of funny if you just have like a solo donkey movie and he's just an old man.
It's like Logan, but just with donkey.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great. So next up, we got more stuff coming out about Predator Badlands. So we got a new trailer last week, and then we got a poster here, and then we apparently I think what was it, yesterday or Saturday, I believe they screened the first 15 minutes at SDCC, and it was getting glowing reviews. So this just gets me even more hyped. I love what Dan Trachtenberg's been doing with Predator. The first 3 movies are like some of my favorite, action movies ever, whether they be, great or just cheesy. And then Prey was fantastic, and I really enjoyed Killer of Killers.
Yeah.
So this is
a lot of people are concerned about Disney having the rights to Predator now. But it seems like they're really just leaving it up to Dan and letting him do what he wants to do. And I don't know if there's ever been a better time to be a Predator fan, especially with the 2 movies they're giving this year, with Killer of Killers being a lot of fun, and then Badlands just looks awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I didn't put this down in our in our notes, but also they did on Saturday, I believe, they did the extended ending for Predator Killer of Killers, which I still have yet to check out, but I've seen the stills of it. Apparently, they're bringing back Dutch and the guy from Predator 2, so that's going to be freaking sick if they do something with them.
He's gonna do it. Dan's gonna do an Endgame with Predator, and that's kind of sick.
Oh, hell yeah! Give me like Alien versus Predator with all of the previous like Predator movie protagonists. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so next up, I think this was it might have been announced a little while ago now, but I did not talk about it last week, and I definitely wanted to talk about it because they touched on it a good bit at SDCC.
Yeah, I think the news came out when we were hanging out.
Yeah, so that would have been a last week discussion, but they talked about it more at SDCC, I believe. So we have Taika Waititi directing Judge Dredd. Now, Taika is a very controversial filmmaker, mainly because of one movie that nobody really likes, besides maybe that guy.
I think it's aggressively fine.
Yeah, I didn't hate it when I saw it, but Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't hate it when I saw it. Thinking about it though, it's just
Yeah.
don't
I
know.
think it's got a
It's just-
couple funny jokes, and I love the like shadows fight sequence.
yeah, it just
Hmm.
doesn't feel like the same guy who did Ragnarok. I don't know. At least to me,
It's just such a nothing burger of a movie where I don't feel like anything watching it. So
yeah, it felt like if they tried to combine Trolls with the MCU, it like has Trolls
exactly.
level of humor with dark ideas for the MCU. It just
Hmm.
doesn't mesh well
Yeah.
at all, and it's just a mess. And
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how I feel about Taika doing Judge Dredd, but hey, if we're getting more Judge Dredd, I'm up for it. I still think Zack Snyder would be amazing to do Judge Dredd in like the style that the one with Carl Urban was like. With I think Alex Garland was attached to that in a lot of capacities. So um, I think that could be really good.
Hmm.
But yeah, we got Drew saying awesome news. I watched Sinners today, and there's a review on my channel. I'll have to
Nice.
check it out, man. Love that movie. Had to pop in, sending good vibes, brother. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Reagan. Um, so what do you think of this, man? I know you're not super familiar with Judge Dredd, but what do
Hmm.
you
I
think of
saw
it in
like half
general?
of the Carl or Urban movie, and it was fun. I
Mhm.
think it was late, so I didn't finish it. But
Right.
I've also never been huge on Taika as a director. Like even I don't love Ragnarok. I think it's
Right.
really overrated. And I don't even think Love and Thunder's that much worse to me. Love and Thunder just feels like uh, Ragnarok dialed up a little bit. Like if
Mhm.
Ragnarok was at an 8, Love and Thunder's at an 11. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think Taika Waititi's like he's one of those directors that I don't think really has a style. He just tries to be funny, and
Yeah.
his brand of humor kind of feels like an off-brand James Gunn to me.
Honestly, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and even with like him
Um,
trying to like cram in all the licensed like '80s music, especially in some of his projects, it just feels like he really wants to be James Gunn. But yeah, I don't really know much about the Judge Dredd sort of things, but from what I can remember, correct me if I'm wrong, it was like a pretty serious movie, but there were the hints of comedy in it and some
right.
silliness to it. So I don't know. I still think Snyder would probably be the best bet for a Dredd movie.
Yeah, and I honestly do kind of agree with you there. I did watch his, I think really his only like horror-esque movie with What We Do in the Shadows. Great movie, by the way. Very funny. If he went back and did like a hard R comedy, just like horror black comedy, doing that shit,
Yeah,
that was funny as hell. Um, I don't really know if this is necessarily something for him. I don't know Judge Dredd from the comics necessarily. I do know that the Stallone version is a very cheesy movie. I have seen it. It's not nearly as good as the Carl Urban one, but the Carl Urban one has, like you said, like the subtle hints of comedy. Um, but it plays itself relatively seriously. It's very very violent.
hmm,
So yeah, it's an interesting pick, and I'm interested to see what they have in store.
yeah. It's going to be
But
an
I don't.
interesting day when that trailer releases and we get like to see what really is happening with this.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you there. Um, let's see. Drew says I like Taika, but he isn't the right choice to do a Judge Dredd movie. My biggest worry is that he isn't going to represent the character right. No, that's completely fair, honestly. And I know, like he says here, he's going to have his helmet off the whole movie, like Stallone's movie. Um, I know it's a big part in the movie that it's like the judges don't take off their helmets. It's like a Mandalorian thing.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I it could do that. I'm curious. I'm
yeah.
cautiously optimistic.
Hmm.
I really enjoy the character though, from what I've seen. Um, so yeah. Then we got an announcement for a new Edward Berger movie. Who Edward Berger did the All Quiet on the Western Front movie from a couple years back that got a ton of buzz.
Yeah, I know
And
Gavin watched that and he really loved it.
yeah, it was a great movie. Very bleak. And then it was announced just a couple days, about a week ago now, that he's doing a movie with Colin Farrell called Ballad of the Small Player that's going on Netflix. This looks really cool. The stills of it, it looks just like, a throwback to like movies like The Hustler, The Color of Money, stuff like that. The stills that they've put out look really, really good. And I just love Colin Farrell. You put his name in anything at this point, that's gonna sound just really cool to me. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. And Tilda Swinton's in there as well. So that could be really cool. She's a great actress. What do you think, man?
I'm not familiar with Berger's work, but I am a huge Colin Farrell fan. So I'll probably check it out when it comes out, because like everything I've heard about it, which isn't much, to be honest, but it does sound pretty cool.
Gotcha. Did you check out Penguin when that was airing?
I've seen, I want to say 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I loved it. I just we were watching it. Gab was showing it to me, our mom and our grandma, and then in the midst of like her moving in with us and all of that, it just kind of, the show kind of got swept under the rug, and we haven't picked it back up. But I really did dig what I see, and Colin's such a good character actor, so I'm really excited 100%. To see what he does.
Yeah, and I love that he's doing more. It seems like this might be like a mob gangster style movie, and him doing more gangster shit after Penguin, it just sounds awesome. So yeah, like you said, he's just a great character actor. Penguin, he freaking dives into that role. It doesn't even look like him, which is sick. So yeah. Next up, we got, I think this is decently old news as well, but I wanted to talk about it. We got the announcement that Robert Eggers' werewolf movie called Werewolf is casting, if I can find them here. Let me see. I guess this works. Okay, so we had the announcement that Aaron Taylor Johnson and Lily Rose Depp are both going to be in the movie, as well as Willem Dafoe, which sounds awesome to me. I love Nosferatu. All 3 of them were fantastic in that movie. And I don't really know what to expect with this one in particular, but just give me more Eggers at this point. Like, he's one of my favorite horror directors ever.
Yeah, and I love classic monsters and stuff like that, especially werewolves and vampires, and Nosferatu was incredible, especially from a visual standpoint. So a 19th century set werewolf movie by Eggers sounds perfect. So I'm very excited for this, especially with the cast that's lined up so far.
Oh yeah. 100% agree with you, man. Next up, we had a pretty sad announcement. Apparently, Jamie Lee Curtis is prepping for retirement. So, in general, we're probably not going to get a whole lot more Halloween. Which
is honestly fine. She's left the franchise a couple times already.
Yeah. Honestly, she's a great actress. And she's gotten her Oscar now. So I think she's all set, honestly.
Yeah.
It sucks to see her go, because she's so good in like everything she does. But
except Borderlands, but no one was good in that, so whatever.
They just didn't fit their roles, honestly. I don't know. Yeah. It's it's tough to see her go, but she went out with a bang, at least. Well, I think,
and she's left us with a great filmography to go back to as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So what do you think, man?
It's like you said, it's going to be very sad to see her go. I've grown up on her films, not really Halloween, which I discovered more getting into teenage years, but like Freaky Friday, I watched all the time. And then loving her as an actress even more in the Halloween movies. So yeah, I think it's going to be sad to see her go, but I think she definitely does deserve a good retirement with what she's done for the film industry as a whole.
Oh yeah. And I mean, like I said too, she's got her Oscar now under her belt, so
yeah,
she's got like everything at this point. She's been in a huge franchise. She's been in a video game adaptation. She's been literally everywhere. So
Yeah.
he's in a freaking Disney comedy. So,
Mhm.
whoa, wrong button. What did I just press? The hell? What is going on? Hold up. Technical difficulties.
Hmm.
What did I just press? Uh, what is going on? Why am I in Twitch right now? What the hell? Okay, I might need you to like man the stream for a second because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Give me one.
All right. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. All right. Let me think of what we could talk about film related. I mean, I'll talk about. I guess I think this year for San Diego Comic-Con was pretty underwhelming. I mean, I'm a big Marvel guy, so you can probably tell from the set behind me. But I think that this year was pretty underwhelming. Obviously, they didn't do their big Hall H panel, which they normally do. And oh, he's back. Sweet. I don't have to ramble.
All right, you're talking about the Rebecca Romijn shit.
I was talking about how just San Diego Comic-Con for me this year was pretty underwhelming from a person who stays at home.
I
Viewpoint
100%
from it.
agree with you.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with you. It was so underwhelming. There was like
Mhm.
literally nothing.
Yeah. I feel like Marvel hardcore carries it every year with the Hall H panel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last year they made the fucking national news. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So speaking of Marvel, we're gonna be talking about this random news that popped up a couple days ago, which it doesn't shock me at all. But Rebecca Romijn, who plays Mystique, who's gonna be in Doomsday,
and I'm very excited to see her back.
100% agree.
Just hope she has clothes on this time, but
I mean, do we need her clothes on? No, I'm just kidding. But she said that she doesn't know if she's done filming her scenes in Doomsday, which just goes to show they haven't finished the script. She hasn't read a full draft of the script. So
this is what has me, because this is something I'm actually really excited to talk about, because her statement really confused me. Because one, obviously, we had the interview with Kevin Feige a couple days prior to her saying this, where he said that they do always have a finished script, but obviously he's the head of the studio, so he's not going to say that their biggest movie that they're filming right now does not have a finished script.
Exactly.
But obviously, and I watched the full clip where she said this, but she said at first that they didn't finish writing the script. Then she said that she hasn't read a full draft because they keep it so close to their chest. So I don't know if it was one where she accidentally misconstrued her words and misspoke about that. Because also with Anthony Mackie, he's currently doing press for what's the Peacock show he's currently doing?
Twisted Metal?
Yes, Twisted Metal. He's currently doing press for Twisted Metal Season 2 and talking a lot about Doomsday. And based on what he says, it sounds like he has read a full draft of the script. And even Vanessa Kirby said that she's filmed half of her scenes with the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So it sounds like some people have read a full script and then some people haven't. And I think it's just how the Russos have done it with the Avengers movies to prevent leaks, where they do it a lot with like giving actors their dailies to know what they're doing that day, and kind of keeping it close to their chest. So I'm a big Marvel glazer. I want everything to go very well for them. But I wouldn't be surprised, one, if they don't have a finished script, but I also don't think that they don't either, just because someone hasn't read a full draft of one yet.
Yeah, it's just at this point, even if it is true that they haven't actually finished the full script, it's just like, am I shocked? No. I'd be more shocked if they actually were filming with a finished script at this point. But
this is exactly how they did Infinity War. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. It's just sad that at this point if it is true, like they literally have not learned. Like, what the fuck are we doing? It's the biggest movie we've done since Endgame, and we aren't doing a full script. Like, we haven't finished our script and we're already filming. Like, come on, man. I don't know.
This is just one where I was like, I don't really know what angle to take from this just because of how many different people are saying different things.
Right.
But I think that the fact that Avengers got delayed from May to December and now they have a full over a year of production time on it. And they'll probably be done filming it within the next couple months. It might even get a year of post production on it, which would be amazing. But yeah, this is just one where I thought the statement itself, I saw that headline come through and I was like, this is fucking hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to believe when it comes to what's going on behind the scenes of Doomsday, because they also have kept it surprisingly under wraps with what's going on. I don't think there's been like a couple set leaks and it was just of what the sets look like without any actors on set. So oh, you're muted. I don't think I can hear you.
Okay,
there we go.
Okay, my mic has a button on it that you can just press that for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't think I touched it, but sensitive button. So there's that. I'm looking forward to it. Big movie that's going to be a lot of discussion. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, but it could be a mess.
Yeah,
that's the only.
It probably will be a mess.
Yeah. Next up, this one is one that I'm definitely looking forward to. They finally announced that a little while ago now that they finally were able to get Coyote versus Acme, off the shelf, and they released their first poster, which I think looks hilarious.
Yeah.
It just perfectly captures Looney Tunes. So there's that already. And there was a couple stills that came out for it too, which also look great. What do you think of it, man?
I mean, I'm not a big Looney Tunes guy myself, but I do really want to stick it to David Zaslav, so I will be there opening night for this movie when it comes out next year. And also just the plot of it sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm a big fan of the cast as well. I'm a huge John Cena fan, so I will be watching it for him. And yeah, I'm just really happy that this movie's actually coming out, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, man. I grew up with Looney Tunes, so like, there's that. I have like that attachment to it, and this is from the same studio who did that The Day the Earth Blew Up movie, which I really enjoyed. So, it looks fun. It just sounds really fun to me. So next up, I don't know if you've seen any of these movies, but I have. I think I've seen all of them at this point. VHS Halloween got announced,
I think I have seen for sure one of these. I saw I want to say, was it 84 or 85? That was the title of it.
85. Yeah.
85. Okay, I watched 85 and I loved it.
Yeah. That's my favorite of the bunch.
So I'm very excited about Halloween.
Same here, man. They had announced a while ago that they are doing a new VHS movie, and then they just recently announced that they're doing a Halloween-based one. And right here as well, they have the Variety announcement of who's directing. I'm not familiar with any of the people. I can make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. I'm not really familiar with any of the directors, but I'm still really looking forward to this one. I just really enjoyed the movies, so
yeah. No, I'm very excited for this. I'm definitely going to be watching it when it drops.
Yeah. Same here. Absolutely. So then going into this week's box office. So, box office mojo, what do we have? Weekly. Okay. So this week, July 18th through the 24th. Oh, I know that wrong week. I'm an amateur at this shit, man. What can I say? So, of course, we had Fantastic Four come out, and it grossed a total of $117 million in the US. So, just tailing behind Superman in terms of the US debut, but worldwide, I believe it grossed more than Superman.
I think it was actually just 2 million behind with 218 million debut. So
okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah, so they were neck and neck with each other.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, right behind it. Not a terrible drop off for Superman. Still, we have that at second place. Still holding in there strong. I think worldwide they just said today, or was it yesterday, that they said that they had 502 million worldwide.
Yeah, I think that was yesterday, which is good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Jurassic World Rebirth at third place. It's crazy to me that a new Jurassic movie is doing a little bit worse than Superman, it seems like, because it's been out for a week and 2 days longer, and Superman's only behind by 12 million. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, kind of shocking that it's not doing the best,
Mm-hmm.
And then F1 in fourth place, Smurfs at fifth place, and pretty still not great. Yeah. I don't even think last week it didn't even make 12 million or something like that. So,
yeah, no, it didn't even get close to making its budget back.
Yeah. So that's the top 5 right there. And then I know what you did last summer, dropping 60%. Not great, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it just broke even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon, doing still decent numbers considering, it's it came out over a month ago now.
Yeah, it's old news at this point compared to the summer blockbuster season.
Exactly. Eddington. Holy shit. Measly 1.6 million this week, dropping another 62%, dropping 62%, which is just, I don't even want to say it's sad because this movie is awful, but and then Oh Hi, this one I heard was really damn good. It only had not even 1,000 theaters, which is kind of crazy. And then The Home, which was that horror movie with Pete Davidson in it, I believe, which I haven't heard anything about.
But yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah. All I know is that it's about a nursing home and it's got Pete Davidson. So, yep, that's the box office for this past week. And then what's coming out this week? So, we have a couple movies coming out. We have wrong one. We have The Naked Gun coming out on Friday. We have Bad Guys coming out on Friday. And then on Wednesday, they're doing Together from Neon, which one of my most anticipated movies of the year, honestly.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I think I saw the teaser for it when that first dropped, or the first show, whatever it was, in an actual theater before. I want to say The Monkey, maybe. So
yeah,
all the way back in March, and I don't remember anything about the trailers. And I know with body horror films, it helps to go in blind, and I've been hearing a lot of people say go in blind to Together for the best experience. So I really am, and I'm very much so looking forward to it.
Same here, man. It looks great. I love body horror. I love the people behind it. Love the cast. So yeah, it's just weird, the whole debate whether or not it was a copy paste of another movie, which I don't think anyone had ever heard of that movie too. So
Yeah, that just sounds really unlikely.
yeah, I don't know. And then I wanted to talk about Eyes of Wakanda. So that's coming out on Disney Plus on Friday, and they just dropped the first trailer for it today.
Which wouldn't be that bad if they didn't push the show up 3 whole weeks.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's crazy to me too, though, is that before today, we literally had like 3 stills of the show. And
yeah, we had stills, and I think we had like a 30-second like spot for it that they did like 2 weeks ago. So they haven't marketed, somehow they marketed the show worse than they marketed Ironheart, which I didn't think was going to happen.
Yeah, but that was crazy.
Yeah, it really seems like Marvel's trying to get through their TV backline. Besides Wonder Man, because like they had Yahya Abdul II at the Fantastic Four premiere in character, which I thought was really fun.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're just waiting to market a show for that one. But which is sad because I think Eyes of Wakanda looks pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I honestly agree. It looks great. But like it's only like 4 episodes too, so I think it's all dropping at once.
Yeah, all episodes dropping at once. It's basically just a 2-hour movie. Because each episode's only 30 minutes. I don't know why they didn't just edit it into a movie.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, why not? So yeah, moving past that, we're going to be going into our main topics. And I don't know if you ended up finishing this one, but we're going to be talking about Happy Gilmore 2, because what the fuck was going on with this movie, man?
I ended up not finishing it. I got like fucking 40 minutes in maybe, and dropped out.
Yeah, you won't mind if I even talk spoilers with this.
No, not at all.
I know
Go
you
ahead.
did not like what you saw. So this movie has been the craziest lineup of discussion over the past week. This one has had some crazy debates going on Twitter. People being so toxic about this fucking movie. It's crazy. It's like this one and like this one's like up there for like one of the most controversial movies ever in terms of Twitter debates, because you have the diehard Happy Gilmore fans who are either defending it, saying it was a great movie, tons of fun, or the disappointed people who are just like trashing on this movie. Because I will say I'm very much in the middle. I did not hate this movie, but I didn't necessarily like it, and it's getting worse.
They lost me in the first 5 minutes when they just got rid of everything the first movie worked for.
And I was going to bring that up too, because like the first 5 minutes are like the make it or break it for you. You're either going to just like, see it and you're just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Or you're just going to fucking turn it off and just say, what the fuck are we doing? And I saw that and I was just like, oh no, what are we doing? And then they turn Happy into a drunk, which, okay, that's a coping mechanism. I kind of get it. But that's literally the biggest gag of the movie, is him trying to like, is showing like where he's hiding alcohol and shit like that. And he's like, he's working at a grocery store and he's got like a cucumber that he just like pulls out and just got his flask. And it's like, what the actual hell? Like, it's funny the first time, and then the second time it's just like, okay, we already saw this. It's just this shit over and over again. And I don't really get either side of the conversation where people are just saying it's like the worst thing they've ever seen in terms of like just cameo palooza and like the worst like Adam Sandler movie they've ever seen, and then the people absolutely loving it. I don't get either side of it, honestly, but because I think it's a genuinely funny movie outside of the first 15-ish minutes. But it's a fun enough movie, I guess you can say. The cameos I thought were actually kind of funny. In particular, there's a Guy Fieri cameo in the middle of it, and he's one of the the announcers for one of the golf matches. That was really funny. There's Post Malone in there. I
gotta say, I did not like the cameos in the movie. I thought it was really dumb, and it kept taking me out of the movie. Like when there was the montage of like all the podcasters talking about Happy Gilmore, there's like Bad Friends in there. And that moment happened, and I turned to Gavin and I said, this movie feels like what Hollywood thinks the TikTok generation wants to see in a movie.
It was kind of funny. The messaging was like reversed with the movie because it's the whole thing is them like the old golfers are trying to take down the TikTok generation golfers.
Yeah.
And with like this new up and coming golf company, I guess you can say, golf brand. And then they're just trying to throw in cameo after cameo and like the most like ADHD editing ever.
Yeah, it even felt like it was edited in a way to like not have you turn it off because it was like,
Exactly.
oh, you don't want this boring banquet scene. Here's a random Travis Kelce cameo. Like,
yeah, exactly. And like I said, I'm with Luke here. It's got its issues, but I didn't mind it. It was passable. I didn't hate it, but I didn't necessarily like it per se. It's just a fine movie. It didn't piss me off, but it's just outside of the first 5 minutes, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, that lost me because I watched the first Happy Gilmore a couple months back, and I thought it was really good. I had a great time watching it. And then the first 5 minutes happened, and that was the break-it moment for me, where I didn't really care about what the rest of the movie was trying to do because I was like, that's just a horrible creative decision to make.
Yeah, and I was talking to Luke the other night when he watched it, and he was even saying like the first 5 minutes are so lazy. It's just what the fuck are we doing at this point? It's literally just they're trying to set up for a sequel.
It's exactly like what people hate with comedy sequels, where they undo what the first movie. Like Ted is a big offender of that with Ted 2.
That's why I don't really care for Ted 2, honestly.
Yeah, well, they just completely
I honestly have like the same feelings with that one. But
I like Ted 2 more than I don't, but I just think the Ted brand of comedy is really funny.
No, I agree.
Yeah, but the first movie, it doesn't even compare with the first movie for me. But like what that does, and then Happy Gilmore, where right at the start of the movie, they get rid of all the progress so they can reset the character and just start fresh.
Yeah,
and it's so lazy.
Yeah, it really is, and it's the same thing. People are pissed off like with Alien 3, which I don't like that movie at all, but I feel like it has a lot more problems than this movie does. You know, kind of the same thing with like Star Wars, The Last Jedi, shit like that. It just feels like it's resetting the characters, and it's just lazy as fuck. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't know how to feel. And yeah, Luke says right here, first 5 minutes are seriously some of the laziest writing I've ever seen. Yeah, 100% agree.
For sure.
And like I said too, though, I just don't get why this is such a big topic of debate when it comes to like Twitter people.
Yeah, I did not think the sequel, the 30-year late sequel to Happy Gilmore, would cause this much of a stir online.
Yeah, I would never in any imagination would have thought that people would have actually like loved this movie and people would have actually like thought this was a dumpster fire.
I thought it was going to be like, especially when they were like Happy Gilmore 2 is coming, it's going right to Netflix. I was like, oh, this is going to be another Netflix Adam Sandler movie, like Hubie Halloween. And I actually quite like Hubie Halloween. I thought that movie was pretty solid.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
And it's just when that movie came and went, I was expecting that with Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah. Luke just says, I'm glad it wasn't a movie that pissed me off. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. It's like we keep saying, the opening is a make it or break it thing. So
if you hate the first 5 minutes, you probably won't want to give a chance to the rest of it.
Yeah, because it doesn't really like redeem itself necessarily. But yeah. I will say though, the one cameo that I actually really, really liked was the Rob Schneider one where he's on the tricycle. You can do it.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't make it that far in the movie, but I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, that's a fun nod to the original.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think that was from the original. It was from like The Waterboy, I'm pretty sure. But
no, I think Rob Schneider was a character in Happy Gilmore, and he was saying it like you can do it like that on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, that might have been then. Okay.
Maybe he just does that a lot with Adam Sandler. I don't know.
I guess so, yeah. Okay, but like seriously though, for whatever reason, is like Rob Schneider always has the best lines in Adam Sandler movies though. Like even in The Water Boy, he's like, "You can do it, cut his fucking head off." It's just like hell yeah, best line of the fucking movie right there. Moving on though, we have a much lighter conversation here with Fantastic Four: The First Steps. So I'll let you take the floor, man, because I know this is one of your most anticipated movies of the year.
It was my most anticipated of the year.
Yeah.
And it is my favorite of the year.
Hell yeah.
So I fucking loved this movie. I got literally right by me Fantastic Four cup that I picked up. I have Fantastic Four comics all around me. Funko Pop's right behind me that you can kind of see. So this movie had a lot to live up to. For me as a fan of the comics, I've spent the better part of the last year diving deep into their comic history, and really putting my faith in Matt Shakman to deliver something true to the comics, while also doing a few switch-ups to make it something that I haven't seen before, and I think he completely delivered on that. I'm a huge fan of his last MCU project, WandaVision. So when he was announced to be doing Fantastic Four, I was really for it. And then they announced the cast in February of last year, and I loved all the choices. I know a lot of people weren't sold on Pedro Pascal initially as Reed Richards, and then are turning around on it now. But I was on the bandwagon day one, and he did not disappoint. And yeah, this was a movie where I loved the cast, I loved the action, the family drama was at the core of it, and it worked very well. And as a huge fan of the comics, it delivered exactly what I was hoping for. And I left the theater very happy, and I saw it for the fourth time today. And I'm just very, very happy with the movie that they were able to deliver.
Hell yeah. I'm honestly completely with you there. They really delivered with this movie. I've seen a couple people just saying like, it has its issues. I honestly agree. It could have been longer, but that's really the only issue that I've had. And one of my friends was saying like I was being way too nice with the movie. I'm just like, I feel like I was being a little bit too harsh because I only had like one problem with it, and then I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's just like, okay,
yeah, like this is the first true Fantastic Four movie that I think we've ever got, and I think the closest they've gotten is the unreleased one from the 90s in terms of being true to the comic source material. Because the 2005 one, Doom, is that I'm rest in peace. The actor of Doctor Doom, and I think with what he was given, he did a very fun job at it, and he's very fun to watch. But as an adaptation, I don't think it's very good. Silver Surfer has a very poor Galactus adaptation, and both of those 2000s movies I don't like Sue at all in them with what they do with her. But Ben's really great, and then the 2015 movie is my least favorite movie of all time. So, just I hate everything about that movie. Like, people are like, oh, the first 40 minutes are good. I'm like, even that's not a good Fantastic Four movie. So
yeah, no, I like even just as a concept, they were trying to do body horror with it, which could be, cool as a concept, but that's not Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Fantastic Four is all about like the relentless space age optimism, not body horror.
Yeah,
I feel like you could do body horror with like the X-Men, and that would work really well. I mean, New Mutants kind of tried that, but they didn't do a great job at it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, with this one, I've seen a lot of people complaining that like Johnny and the Thing aren't necessarily used as much as they could be. I don't know, like they seem to be used pretty decently compared to like what their characters really are. And especially because it's not an origin story, so I don't know what I'm really expecting, but like.
Yeah,
it's not an origin story. Like they're not gonna have the biggest arc.
Like, exactly. Like when we start the movie, Ben has already kind of gone through all of his inner issues.
Exactly. Yeah, he's proud to be the Thing at this
point.
I
mean, maybe not even proud, but he's content with his state of being where he's accepted it. And like, there's the great conversation with Ben and Reed in his room before they go to space, where he's like, "You got to stop beating yourself up for it." And I think that perfectly got it across too. And even the little subplot Ben has with Natasha Lyonne's character, Rachel Rosman, which I thought was fun. I would have loved to see Alicia, but apparently that character was a homage to Jack Kirby's wife, and that's why they picked this one. which I respect the hell out of them for that. And I thought that was really fun, and I loved how much time we got to see Ben spend in Yancey Street, and especially with him going into the synagogue before the third act, because his Jewish
Yeah.
history is such a huge part of his character that Jack Kirby took from his life experience and put to Ben, and just seeing a moment like that so casually in a comic book movie really touched me. So while people were saying like, oh, they need to release a Shackman cut and put all the deleted scenes, even the deleted scenes that we've seen in the trailer, I think they would be really good to see, but I don't know if they would make the movie any better.
Yeah, I feel like it would have worked better if they did just another Fantastic Four movie and put them in there,
Yeah,
But
just make a sequel to this one and expand on that stuff.
exactly.
Mhm.
I do know at the end of this as well, there's like the 4-year time jump before they see Doom, which is in the post credits, and it's interesting what they were gonna do with that. Just jumping right there and seeing an older Franklin, pretty
Mhm.
much. Which I don't know if they're gonna do a movie in between Doomsday and the first movie if they're gonna do a sequel, but I
I
think it would
think
honestly be the
Variety
best place to
said
do it.
that Marvel is considering a Fantastic Four sequel, and that would release in 2028. So
Gotcha.
probably
Yeah.
so after the events of Doomsday. But even I'm someone who's pretty for the 4-year time jump,
Mhm.
because I think all the interesting stuff that goes on with the Fantastic Four when Franklin and then eventually their daughter Valeria is in the picture. I think all that interesting stuff is when he's not a baby.
Yeah.
Because you can really only do that for like really one movie, like they did here with the stakes of that, because they do establish that he has such power. And I think when he gets to the point, especially like he's now 4 at the ending scene, and
Yeah.
then when he gets older, like 8 and 10 and everything, I think that's more interesting. And I think doing that time jump is actually going to help an eventual sequel for Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree with you there, man. Yeah, I honestly don't really know what else to add to this because last night we were talking all spoilers over on
Mm-hmm.
Gavin's channel,
Yeah.
doing a full spoiler breakdown. So we don't really need to go into necessarily like full plot breakdown. If you guys want to see our thoughts, go check out Gavin's video. But really, other than that, I just got to say I really enjoyed this movie. It
Mm-hmm.
was a great return to form. Glad to
Mm-hmm.
see that there's consistency in the MCU right now. So
Yeah.
Thunderbolts to Fantastic Four. I'm not really sure how I feel about Spider-Man 4 yet, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think alone for the action scenes, because I think Destin did great with the action in Shang-Chi.
Oh, for
Especially
sure.
like the bus fight. The action alone, I think, is gonna make Brand New Day awesome to see. So
Yeah, and we're getting Punisher in there, so
exactly,
yeah.
like can't really go
And
wrong with that. I love Punisher, so I'm
yeah,
excited to see him in any form.
that's one that we haven't really gotten like the plot and whatnot. We don't really even know what it is because some reports are saying it's street level, some people are saying it's multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to see the trailer, what they're doing with it. So,
Yeah,
and I'm keeping
according
fingers
because
crossed.
they're
It's not
about
multiverse.
yeah. I think they're about to start they're about to start shooting like this weekend.
Mhm.
And so a lot of people have seen some of the set decoration that they have, and it says that the movie takes place in 2027, so it does take place before Secret Wars. So odds
Okay.
are it's like a 90% chance this is going to be a street level movie, which I'm so
Mhm.
excited about.
Yeah, that could be good. So,
Mhm.
yeah, if you guys, down below have any, anything else to say about Fantastic Four, leave that all down below in the either the live chat if you're watching it live, or if you are watching it on the replay, go ahead and comment that down below in the comments. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. But with that, I think good time to wrap it up. Here at least. I want to thank Cam, of course, for joining this week. Had a
Thanks for
great
having me, man.
time
This was a
talking all
blast.
these things. Hell yeah. Had a great time talking Fantastic Four and all of these things, honestly, with you, man. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So thank you guys for watching. As always, hope to see you guys back for episode 3. I think next week I'm going to try and get Luke on here because we're going to be talking Naked Gun and Bad Guys. So, yeah, hope to see you guys then. And I'll see you guys next week.